Hello, everybody. It is Monday, March 3rd, 2025, and I'm coming to you from the beautiful state of Michigan, where it's just starting to snow right now. And today is a very big week, in case you haven't heard. The 2025 Vegan Health Bundle is available right now for purchase, but it's only available until March 10th. This is an incredible deal for you, and it's a huge collection of over 80 items, cookbooks, videos, exercise videos, lectures, and it's worth over $5,500 worth of merchandise, and it's yours for $49. Now, one of the best things about the week that the bundle's for sale, I'm getting my notes, my cheat sheet, is I get to meet and talk to amazing people, such as my special guest today. Her name is Jennifer Diamond, and she has contributed to the bundle an incredible book called Give Plants a Chance, which I love the title there. I love the play on it. So in this book, she talks about her incredible journey. She has many health issues that she has overcome, eating healthy food, which is fantastic. But she's got some great recipes in there, okay? And Jennifer, I made 2 of your recipes yesterday. Black bean mash.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we can talk about later, but I want to show them. And your onion sauce.
Oh, yes, the tangy onion sauce.
Yeah. All right. So everybody meet Jennifer. Jennifer, thank you so much for coming on, and do a little more introduction. Tell us a little bit more about yourself.
Yeah, so first of all, I just want to say thank you so much for getting together with me. This is my first year doing the bundle, and you've done it. This is your 3rd year, you told me, and so it's really nice to be able to meet, like you said, meet people from all over. This bundle is amazing. Like prior to this, I've purchased the bundle and really enjoyed it, but being a contributor to the bundle is a whole nother level, and being able to meet people and share with you has been amazing. And so thank you so much. So a little bit more about me is, definitely I've had my share of health challenges, and learning, figuring out how to overcome them was kind of an accident, really. And when I realized that it was the food that we eat, that I ate, that was making or breaking me, and I was able to heal with whole, real foods, just like this stuff here, I had to do what I could to share with other people, and that's one reason that I decided to join the bundle this year.
Oh, I'm sorry. Say something.
Oh, yes, I'm still here.
Oh, no.
I was just sharing that. And
no. All of a sudden it was like your lips were moving. I couldn't hear. I think it was just like a weird thing.
Oh, a delay maybe? Okay.
Yeah. Dawn has tuned in, Dawn Fallish. She's a dear friend of mine here in Michigan, and she says hi. Thank you, Dawn, for tuning in. If anybody is watching us, go ahead and say hi in the chat and ask us questions. And let us know where you're from, too. It's always interested. So, Jennifer, you're in Arizona, right?
Yes, I want to say hi, Don, and anyone else that's here. And it's so funny. Right before we got on, Chef Val had said to me, "Oh, it's snowing," and I looked out my window in Arizona, and the pool looks delightful.
I love to swim. I absolutely adore swimming in the summertime. And so you have a pool right there at your house. Can you go swimming year round that in Arizona all the time, all year?
So we don't have a heater. It's not very common for people to put a heater on because in the summer, the sun is our heater. The weather gets up to between 115 and 122 degrees. And so the pool is sometimes like bath water, really warm. So right now we're not swimming in it. But somebody that's not used to this being their winter might actually want to take a dip. And I do see we have some more people in the chat. Hi there, Lori Laundry.
Lori Laundry says, "Hi, lovely ladies." Lori is also in the bundle with her contribution, recipes for better intimacy. And I talked with her yesterday. So everybody, if you get a chance, you can watch that. And Gina says she's watching on YouTube. "We just saw you for a second and then you disappeared." Oh, Gina, we just saw you for a second and then you disappeared. I hope we're still on there. We just disappeared for a second. Maybe that's what she means. Oh, I just clicked over to YouTube and it looks like we're playing. So we should be good. Thank you, Gina, for commenting. Really appreciate that. So,
yeah. Hi, Gina.
have you talked to Lori Laundry yet?
Well, we haven't, but we did actually do a little messaging this morning, and I'm hoping that we can figure out something and connect as well. And thank you so much for trying out a couple of my recipes. And I also have one of my recipes here as well, just in case. But this is the tangy barbecue, and it's a homemade barbecue sauce. And you can use it on anything. And I would love to hear feedback on what you think about the two that you also did. Whenever you want to share, but
yeah. So we have some more comments. Let's see. Dawn assured us that we're still on Facebook. Thank you, Dawn. And then Lori said we had such a great conversation yesterday. Thank you for making my lentil soup. So yes, Lori Laundry in her book had a lentil soup that had fresh grated turmeric in it. So I was totally drawn to that.
Love that.
So, oh yeah, anti-inflammatory. So I made that. Lori says, both of you have fantastic recipes. You don't want to miss the bundle. And Gina says, hi, Valerie and Gina. Jennifer, she meant Jennifer. Yeah, so the recipes, I mean, if you get the bundle, you're going to have recipes, I would say, for more than a year. I mean, this bundle has, and I'll tell you a secret, Jennifer, you hate to play favorites, right? But I think this is my favorite of the three bundles with the contributions and what I've been able to look at, and the recipes. So this is her black bean, what is it called? Black bean mash. Okay, I have to tell you though, I did change it. Sorry.
That's okay.
That's okay. I put sweet potatoes in it.
Ooh.
Because I don't eat tomatoes because they're nightshade vegetables.
Perfect.
So, yeah, I cooked the sweet potatoes until they got really soft. So it has a beautiful sweet potato, black bean, but onions. And you are in Arizona. So, my dear, you like spicy food. I don't like spicy food. So I cut back on the spice, and I didn't. You know what I added? I added mild jalapeno peppers, very mild. So there's a little bit of spice in there, but like I said, you're in the hot climate, but the taste is amazing, and it's a really cool dish because you can have it, at dinner or lunch or whatever. But what I did after I made it yesterday was I had some organic crackers and I put it on the crackers. And yeah, it was really delicious. So what was your inspiration for that recipe?
Well, before I get into that, I just want to tell you that is something that I think is fantastic about these recipes, right? You can use it for a base. And if you have something that doesn't work for you, like the tomatoes, then you can just say, okay, what can I substitute this one thing out? Or if the heat isn't high enough or it's too high, what can I do to like change it to make it so that it works for me and my family? And this way you're not starting from, I don't know where to begin, I don't know how to make something. You can just look at each thing and figure out what works for you. And I love that about recipes in general. And so thank you for doing that and then sharing. I think that's awesome. Now I want to try it with sweet potatoes. But the recipe was inspired, or the reason why I decided to go with it is I wanted something quick and I wanted a refried bean. Yes. I miss refried beans in the can, easy. And they're for me, they've usually got salt, or they have some kind of fat or oil, or something doesn't work for me that's in them, because I am I'm SOFAS free. So salt, oil, flour, alcohol, sugar free, and gluten free. And so I have to make everything. I don't have to, but I enjoy it and I want to. And there are times when I'm tired. So what I decided to do was I made a big pot of black beans in the Instant Pot from scratch. You don't have to do it that way. You can do them in the can. I do as well. And then I portion them out when they cool and I put them in the freezer. And so I went to the freezer and I got them and I thought, how can I improve these basically plain, ready to go black beans and make something that's kind of got that refried bean, that smashed up, and give it some spice. And so that's kind of why I decided to do it. And like you said, you could put it on crackers. You could put it in a taco shell, a corn shell. You could put it on a salad. You could just dump salsa on it or pico de gallo. I mean, you could really do anything with it. And you don't have to save it for dinner. You could have it for breakfast on some greens.
Yeah. So I used Eden organic black beans. And
perfect.
I don't know if you know this, or maybe the audience doesn't know this, but Eden is the only company that cooks their beans with kombu. And kombu is the sea vegetable, because what I have in the bundle, I won't, just is my new cookbook, Sensational Sublime Sea Vegetables. So her recipe for the black bean mash has a sea vegetable in it, which I think is totally awesome.
Yay. Well, you know what? I started looking at yours too. And boy, is there a lot to learn for me, right? I have a few sea vegetables, and I did read about why you changed it from the word seaweed to sea vegetable. We could talk about that whenever. But, I really enjoyed seeing so many other ones besides the common ones that I'm familiar with. And so there's so much to learn. And I'm really excited to dive deeper into yours. And if you are not familiar with sea vegetables and their benefits, oh my gosh, your book alone, and I'm not just saying this because we're communicating here, your book alone is worth the price that the whole bundle offers. And so I urge people that if you're on the fence, go ahead and jump and take a dive for $49. Even if you only picked a few things, and maybe some people get overwhelmed, if you only pick a few things, you're going to get your money's worth out of it. And it's just such a learning experience. So.
What? I'm sorry I keep bending down, but I've got I have all these cheat sheets because there's so much stuff in the bundle. We can't remember everything. So
we can't.
I don't know if you have stuff written down or not, but what are some other things that have drawn your attention in the bundle that people will be very interested in, when they get the bundle? And if some other things maybe you've noticed?
Yeah, there are so many things. I mean, okay, so there's something by, there's something by Sid Notter. She does a label reading course, because there's courses too. There's not just recipe or cookbooks. There's courses. And that one I thought was really, really helpful in teaching people how to be aware. There's also Connie D. Kramer does some kind of an 8-video series where she teaches.
The Magic of You.
Yes. Isn't that a great one?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't watched her videos yet, but I'm interviewing her on Thursday, so I'm definitely going to watch those videos. But that's what it's like, the spiritual component. The book is all about health, which I love, but there's that, the magic of you loving yourself, the spiritual side. I'm looking forward to those videos. Yes.
Yes, and there's another one. I'm actually going to be interviewing this contributor tomorrow, which is Alana Minta. I hope I didn't say. And she put in a beautiful book. You have got to check this out. It's about weight management and family health, but it's also good for kids because it's a coloring book, and it's all about like the alphabet, and then you can color the alphabet, and it talks about like A is for apple, A is for apricot, A is for almond. And then she goes through and explains each one and gives a recipe in bold. And that's just the beginning of hers. She's got an amazing one too. And you have two things in the bundle besides that new cookbook that you're talking about, something with herbs, herbal teas, which I was like, oh my gosh, where do I begin?
Yeah, you'll have to check that out. That's my Healing with Foods. It's 3 videos. It's 3 classes that I taught last year where I taught people how to make poultices, healing teas, and how to use food to heal your body, because food is medicine. And many people don't understand, like if you accidentally fall or cut yourself, you have the remedy in your fridge, but you also have the remedy for backaches or swelling. You have it in the form of food. And so, yeah, in the bundle, I have 2 items, and this other one is 3 videos, but it also has a companion booklet. There's so much information in there. The first class is umeboshi plums, miso, and the sea vegetable nori. The second class is basil, dead nettles, and mustard seed. And the third one is cabbage poultices and tofu poultices. So we're talking about the bundle for $49. And Jennifer just told you a bunch of really cool stuff. And then I'm telling you a few things here too. And what her and I have just mentioned right there would probably be over $500 worth of merchandise. And that's just a small, teeny fraction. There's over $5,500 worth of merchandise. We've mentioned a few. Now, this coloring book, ABCs, I haven't checked that out yet.
Okay,
I'm so excited. Yeah, I'm so excited to look at that.
Even if it's for, and I'm going to have her on my show tomorrow morning quite early because she's international. She's in France, I think, and so I'm going to be on in Arizona time, Mountain Standard Time, 7:30. If anyone is interested in watching, but yeah, it's an amazing book. And I know that it's geared towards kids and friendliness, but honestly, I'm going to color those pages myself.
All right, so I think 7:30 your time would be 10:30 my time if I can tune in.
7:30, 8:30, 9:30. I think you're 2 hours ahead of me.
Oh, you're trying to figure out these time zones.
Yeah, so 2 hours ahead. 7:30, 8:30, 9:30. I think that's your time because you're 2 hours ahead. So yeah, that would be great if you tune in. And some other ones that I'll just quickly mention. There's a pizza book in there by Kathy Hester, and then we had Lori Laundrie on here. She did an intimacy book that I'm excited about. There's Mexican, and there's weight loss, and there's Plantiful Kiki. There's all kinds of stuff about meditation and affirmations,
yes,
and yoga and Korean barbecue.
Hey, you know what? I'm going to share the screen and pull up the bundle and show people what it looks like.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, so when you click on the link, and the link to buy the bundle is in the description in this video. It's on the homepage of my website, and it's also on Jennifer, all of her channels, which after we look at the bundle, Jennifer, you're going to share all of your places where people can follow you, okay?
Oh, excellent. Yeah. Sure.
Yeah. All right. So, but if you click on the link, you get taken to this page where you get answers to some questions, which is totally awesome. And then you also have, these are like all of the things. There's so many things. So this is the affirmations that Jennifer mentioned. Oh, look, the price of this is $197 for this affirmations that Melissa put together. This one here is a conferences with Chef AJ. This is amazing.
Yeah, I do want to mention there's more than one affirmation. There's another one in here.
Okay.
100 affirmations for healthy eating by Jane Thurnell.
Okay.
So
Cool.
there's a few, which is cool because you get different people's input.
Yeah, and then here's yoga. I love yoga. So here's Angelica doing yin yoga. This is very calming, deep breathing because it's yin. It's very calming, deep breathing yoga. This one here I've done a little bit of. It's more for like when you want like a calm workout. I really liked Angelica. Here's the barbecue, Korean barbecue, Chef Yin. She's a sweetheart. I've already talked to her on Instagram. And let's see. Oh, Ellen Allard. This is really good for beginners, like what to put in your pantry. Just join in here, Jennifer, if you see anything to draw our attention to. Oh, here's the pizza one.
Yeah, and at the end there, the very whole food plant-based SOS free cookbook. That is by Bill DeCramer. That's a really great cookbook. He's really good at putting flavors together. So I would say check that one out. You can't go wrong with any of them.
Yeah.
Really.
And then this one here, I looked in here, and some of these dips, I'm planning on making them by Tammy Kramer, and boy, I don't.
Data.
Yeah. But this is a really good one. Dips are always so much fun, you know.
Yes. And you know what else is really nice? It doesn't matter what your eating style is in whole food plant-based because there's smoothies, there's juicing, there's raw, there's cooked, there's Korean, there's your sea vegetables, there's endless amounts of different styles. So if that's what you're doing, you're set. And if it's something you're interested in, then you can kind of dabble in it.
And we have Dr. Joel Furman, his detox program, and Chef Julia. Every year I just love her cookbooks, and she has all cookies cookbook this year, which my favorite dessert is cookies. So
right, that's great.
Now here is Sid Nodder. Okay, I did a burgers cooking class with her a couple years ago where we taught together. This woman is such a sweetheart, and she's so knowledgeable. I started watching these videos last night, and her presentation is so informative, and it's like for anybody and everybody. It's really good. Yeah.
And I want to say that I watched that whole series, and I did a pre-recording with her because she was going to be traveling. And if you wanted to see that, you could check it out on my channel as a replay. And she does a little teaser about what she put in there if you were curious and you were still on the fence.
Cool. Awesome. Now here is the other yoga, mindfulness and motion. This is intense yoga. Look at her, Ella. She's just like, wow. She's in Florida, so the video has water in the background. Number one, I love that. And I did her first 20-minute workout, which I had to modify because it's intense, but it's really good. So you have Angelica's calming, deep breathing yoga. And then if you want a really nice workout, you've got Ella's yoga workout. I'm a huge yoga fan, so I want.
I am too, and I haven't dived into that one. I'm going to do that. So thanks for pointing that out.
Yeah. Oh, and this woman here, I can't wait to talk to her. Janet. She rides her bicycle across country, and she eats vegan, whole foods. And I saw her on Chef AJ, and then she was in the chat when Chef AJ was interviewing you, and I immediately went to check out what she had. And so then I sent her an email saying, I want to talk to you. So that's going to be really interesting. Can you imagine all that bicycling? Like, wow.
Yeah. So Janet and I are actually very good friends. We've met many times in person, and we speak daily, and she's a great inspiration. And yes, she likes to travel long distances on her bicycle. And when she switched over to, eating whole food plant-based, she wanted to be able to bring it on the bike. And so she shares all about how all of her tips and tricks and different things that she does to make it work. So if she can do it on a bicycle, anyone can do it, right?
That's so interesting to know you guys are such good friends. That's cool.
Yeah, definitely.
100 affirmations for healthy eating that Jennifer also mentioned.
Yes.
Here's beautiful Jennifer gives plants a chance.
Yes, thank you.
And here's the master class that Jennifer is also in.
Yes, that master class is because I am a certified plant-based nutrition coach, and I got together with some other coaches, and we put together a series of commonly asked questions or situations, things that people, sometimes struggle with, just general ideas and experiences that we have in hopes to help others. And if somebody wanted more help, they could reach out with any one of us that resonated with them to do a more private coaching thing. But if not, the master class is really filled with all kinds of stuff, different topics and so forth. Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. Okay. I'm looking for that coloring book contribution.
Oh, you passed it. You passed it. If you go back, I'll show it to you, but or whatever you want.
Really quickly. Okay.
Let's see. Keep going. I didn't see it yet. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. There it is. Stop. Second one next to Ellen. It's called Weight Management and Family Health Coloring Book.
Yeah, I'm going to check that. Well, that's cute. She's got a banana to her ear.
I know.
Yeah.
So yes, I would say definitely check that one out along with all of them. If you can, if you have the time, Val, and for people that are still considering, like, what am I going to do with this? All you have to do is remember that you have it and just open something up, and you don't have to read it all at once, right? You can just pick one thing that resonates with you and open it up and find maybe something, if it's a course, if it's a class, if it's a recipe, and just try it.
Okay, before we go any further, tell everybody your YouTube, your Instagram, or where you want people to look for you and follow you.
Yes, thank you so much. So I have a YouTube. It's The Jennifer Diamond on YouTube. And I do Tuesday lives at 2 p.m. Arizona time every week on a different topic. And I love the interaction. You can also find me on Instagram at Diamond Girl 369 because the Jennifer Diamond was taken. So I have that one. I'm also... you can find me on my website, thejenniferdiamond.com. You can email me at thejenniferdiamond@gmail.com. And I am on all the platforms, even TikTok, Blue Sky. And yeah, so reach out. I'd love to chat.
Holy cow, you're like everywhere. So we have somebody else watching. Cheryl says, what healthy lifestyle practices have you both integrated into your day? So every single day I eat organic, healthy, whole food. So that would be number one. What other healthy lifestyle practices? Well, I do not do yoga every day. I probably try and do it 4 days a week. I'm constantly in my kitchen cooking, which people don't realize what fantastic exercise that is. This is what I do for a living, but I cook for people all the time. I go in the kitchen and I'll cook for 12 hours. I'm chopping, I'm mixing, I'm standing on my feet. That to me, every single day is one of the healthiest lifestyles. And then 1 day a week, I have to say, okay, you're not going to go in the kitchen and you're not going to cook today. You have to take the day off. And then by the end of the day, I'm usually in my head thinking, well, I have this new recipe I want to try, but no, wait, today's the day I am not going in the kitchen.
Yeah, that's great. I love that. And yeah, sometimes just doing things that we normally do every day is exercise, but I'd love to share a couple of those to answer that question.
Absolutely. Go ahead.
So the first thing I do in the morning before I even leave my bedroom is I always have a glass of water by my bed, 32 ounces, and I drink the whole thing before I leave my room. I also started doing push-ups, and I started doing push-ups against the wall, standing up, literally just leaning back because I was really ill. And I have progressed to full push-ups on the floor, and I'm up to 75 a day.
Oh my God, Jennifer, that is amazing.
Yeah. And I probably could be higher, but I'm kind of staying at 75 for now because I want to master it. I don't do it all 75 at once. I could do anywhere from 30 to 40, and then I take a break, and then I do another 25, and then I finish. So those are things that I feel like putting myself first and what is most important for me, and then putting those practices in before I even leave my room has really helped me. I also do, like you, I eat whole food, plant-based, SOFA's-free, gluten-free. That is just, that's not negotiable for me because I know what it can do and what it has done for me. It's given me my life back because I was bedridden for 14 months, and now I can move and do everything, and I owe it to the food. But it's not just the food, right? So I like to take the dog for a walk every day, if I can, or most days. I can't say I do it every day. And being outside in nature, breathing and sleeping well. There's all these different components, and I try to be aware and bring as many of them in the day as I can. And if you're looking for something and you are trying to figure out what works for you, just pick one thing and just start there and see how it goes for a week. You don't have to do everything that we do, but these are ideas and things that we both shared because we've gotten to a place where they work for us, right?
Absolutely. You guys have no idea what Jennifer just shared doing those push-ups, because I read the introduction of her book and all of her health challenges. And I also, I kind of got introduced to Jennifer because she was interviewed on Children's Health Defense, and she shared being in bed for 14 months after receiving the COVID shot. And so she is a testimonial. She is a walking testimonial to the power of foods. Of course, she incorporated spiritual things and positive things and other things, but it is the food, the building blocks of the food. I'm telling you, Jennifer, you are a shining example, a huge shining example. Not only that, you are absolutely beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
And you are a sweetheart. Like, I don't know you personally. I've only watched your YouTube videos, but I can tell from the energy that's coming off of you, you are a sweetheart.
Well, thank you. My goodness.
Now,
you
don't have to. Yeah, you don't have to go into great detail because sometimes it's triggering to reshare everything you've been through. But a short synopsis. Tell people what you've overcome. Your whole life.
Yes, and I do want to mention this vest really quick before we switch. This is a weighted vest, and that's another thing that I do, my lifestyle practices, because I have osteoporosis. And so I wear a weighted vest 5 to 6 times a week, 4 hours to 8 hours a day. And, so if it's something that you're looking at, check with your medical provider, make sure it's safe for you. And it's something that I also do. But yes, thank you, Scott. You're just a gem. I appreciate the support and the love, and that you took the time to look into the things that I share. I'm also featured right now for a few more days in the Forks Over Knives magazine, which is also shares a little bit of my story. But yes, I've had a lot of stuff, and I don't want to overwhelm anyone, but I've had a pituitary adenoma, which is a tumor in the base of the brain between the eyes, removed. I've had 3 sinus surgeries, chronic fungal sinusitis. These are inflammatory things, lots of tumors, an ovarian tumor, a breast tumor. I was vaccine injured, so I got small fiber neuropathy, and nobody knew what it was. I've had back surgery. It's just a lot of things. I have Hashimoto's and thyroid issue that I'm working on. I have reduced my medication, and I'm continuing to work on that one thing. That's the only medication that I have left. I've gotten rid of everything, and I just eat the food. And I used to take baskets full of medications and supplements and potassium and this and that. And I used to do rinses for my sinuses. I don't have to do any of it. No compound medications, no prednisone, no nothing. And my doctors, they look at me and they say, "What are you doing?" And I tell them I changed the way I eat, and they are like, "Keep doing what you're doing." So it can heal. If you don't have to have the same things that I have, but if you're working on something, I guarantee you, it can help improve something. And I didn't even know it was going to help. I changed my food because I wanted to lower my cholesterol when I had the small fiber neuropathy. And I knew how to do that. And I didn't really tell my family. I had a blood test coming up in 3 weeks, and I changed my food before the blood test. And I realized that I could stand up all of a sudden, that I could kind of move my hips. I couldn't cross my legs. I couldn't sit up. And I was like, oh my gosh, the food something's happening. And I just kept going that way. I went on a 14-day water fast at True North. And after that, I just kept going, kept eating, kept doing this. And now I'm good. I can jump, and I don't have the neuropathy in my feet, and all the inflammation came down. I haven't really had even any seasonal allergies. It's just remarkable. So give plants a chance. That's what I'm telling
you. Jennifer just glossed over this, but she just said that she did a 14-day water fast. And that is incredibly healing to the body, but it's also incredibly challenging to do. Think about that. I want everybody listening and watching this, think about 14 days, just water. I have done in the past a brown rice fast where I just ate brown rice. I did, a long time ago, I tried a juice fast, which was terrible for me. It was hard for me to get through that. But a water fast, and knock on wood, thank God, I've had some health challenges, but nothing like Jennifer. But that 14-day water fast took incredible endurance, incredible strength, incredible stamina. I mean, and that's just one aspect of Jennifer's story. But congratulations on everything and that 14-day fast. That's amazing.
Yeah, thank you so much. And, I recently, just this past week, finished doing a 3-day juice. We called it a juice feast. So, I'm always trying to look at things as a fun, adventurous, curious thing, not a punishment. And that makes it fun. And it's like, oh, like what you put in the bundle. I can't wait to learn about that. There's so much there that I don't know. And so instead of being overwhelmed to think, oh my gosh, how could I do this? No, it's like, wow, what is this that I don't know? And how does that make me feel? And what does it taste like? And what does it feel like? And all those kinds of things. Yes. And the water fast, there are things that was motivating for me, wanting my life back. I wanted my life back. And the Western medicine doctors, they have their place. They've been amazing in certain arenas for me, but they didn't know what to do with me. And so I'm like, I'm going to try anything and everything I can. When I told my family, I'm going to pay a bunch of money and I'm going to go and not eat. My family was like, what? What? So, it's not the norm. It's not the average, but it doesn't mean it doesn't work. And for me, it was very healing. And I see Gina in the comments. I also know Gina. And when I was at True North, she lives close to there, and she came and drove and met me there on my birthday a few years ago when I was there. And that was really nice too. Yeah. Thank you, Gina.
Oh, nice. Very nice. Yeah. And so I want to show everybody this, your onion sauce. It was so simple, yet I adore onions. Almost every one of my recipes starts with onions. And I put a little more garlic in it than your
Yeah.
recipe called for. But this was so good. You can use this. No, I put it on a piece of toast, but I was thinking, see, I eat brown rice a lot. I could put this on my brown rice or brown rice pasta. And when you cook onions, they become sweet. This is amazing. So, tell us, like, how do you serve this and everything? And also, do you have a favorite recipe out of your book?
Yeah, so thank you so much for making that. It's different. You don't normally hear about it, but I call it tart onion sauce, and it's very simple and it's super delicious. There's another recipe in my cookbook that's for cabbage rolls, and I personally love it on the cabbage rolls. I like the idea of putting it with something hot when it's hot, but you can eat it at any temperature. I love the idea of doing it with a rice. You could use it for anything that you would use any type of dipping sauce for. Mm-hmm. And if you eat it right when it's fresh, then it's got that warm component, kind of like a gravy, although it's nothing like a gravy, but I mean, the heat. And of course, if you want to serve it at room temperature, I think it would be great as well. But anything I think it would be good with. And I see you scooping it with just a spoon.
Oh, yeah, it's amazing. Now, I put mine in a food processor and got like a really smooth consistency out of it too.
Yeah. Anyway, I've done a NutriBullet. If you do the small amount, depending on how much you have, you could do the food processor, probably even a blender. But yes, you just want to make sure that you get a nice creamy consistency. That's what I like. I guess you could try to have chunky in there if you just did a pulse. What did you do? What do you like?
I usually use a food processor. That's my go-to tool for almost everything. I also wanted to mention too, you're dealing with the thyroid issue that you're still trying to manage. Yeah, the sea vegetables are great for your thyroid.
Yes, the iodine.
Make sure you check that out. Yeah.
Yes. So I do a little bit of that, but I want to learn more from you, the master over here. I am excited.
Yeah, so everybody, we are talking about the 2025 Vegan Health Bundle. And so it is a collaboration of wonderful people like Jennifer and myself. And we have put in this bundle a huge collection. We have cookbooks, we have videos, we have conferences, we have educational material, and there's some contributions from Chef AJ. Most people who are in the vegan community know about Chef AJ, and she kind of is the forefront master leading the charge, right? And then there's Melissa, Raw Food Romance. She has multiple things in there too. So there's raw food, there's cooked food, and everything in between. There's yoga, over $5,500 worth of merchandise, and it's yours for $49, but only until March 10th. The link to purchase it is in the description of this video. It's on the homepage of my website. And Jennifer, tell them where it is for you.
Yeah, you can find it on any of my platforms in my bio. It's on Facebook. It's on YouTube. It's in my Linktree. I've got a newsletter too. So if you subscribe to the newsletter by going to my web page, then you can get it there as well. Pretty much anywhere you see me in any bios, you can even reach out and I could send it to you as well. I also want to mention, when you were talking about different people in there, there's also Dr. Shupa, and she put in something all about blood pressure. And it is really good. And it was of interest to me. My husband got off his blood pressure medication by changing his food. And so it's a really nice introduction to what high blood pressure means, and how to manage it, and what the food does, and all that kind of stuff. And that's just another one we hadn't even mentioned yet. So there's an incredible amount of knowledge and yummies and all kinds of things in this bundle. And I can't say it enough. Go to the links. Get the deal, because it is a steal of a deal. I mean, each book has, it could be a few pages with downloads to series and collections, but it could also be, I've seen books in there that are over 120 pages. So you're going to get more than you could read in a day.
Absolutely. And I love talking to the people who are in the bundle, because you've mentioned, as we've been talking, at least 2, maybe 3 items that I haven't got an opportunity to check out yet. But because you told me about them, I'm going to go check them out for sure, like right away, and take advantage of that. So I don't know her personally. She's in Arizona and Michigan. I only know her from watching your YouTube channel, and I've seen your incredibly sweet husband a few times in your video, although you told me before we went live he's not there. Just share with our audience, what is his name? And I'm pretty sure he eats like you. And what are some health benefits that he has experienced?
Yeah, so he is not here right now. He's at a business meeting in our close nearby city with a client. So he's not here right now. His name is Todd, and he was absolutely against this. Absolutely.
Really?
He was like, I'm going to support you in any way I can, except I can't do that. And he was like the fast food king. And he would come and he would give me a hug or a kiss, and he would say, when is your dinner going to be ready? And I would say, in 15 minutes. Do you want some? And he would say, I'll taste it. And I would give him a taste. Sometimes he liked it. Sometimes he would say, okay. And I'd say, do you want some? Are you going to join me? And he'd say, no. And then I started teasing him, and I'd say, much too full today? And he would say, yeah. And then he would say, okay, you said 15 minutes. And he would go to the fast food restaurant and come back 15 minutes later so we could eat together different food. And that's where we started from. And what happened was, he saw me reaching out to people. He saw my healing journey right here, right in our face, and started to kind of play in it. And he slowly started doing more and more. And what we found was, when he was taking his blood pressure medication, he started, after a couple of weeks, feeling really dizzy. And I said, you might need to lower your blood pressure medication, because the food is healing you. And so what ended up happening was, he did not do it the way that I would recommend, which is go to your doctor and have them check it and do it. He just does it his style, which was, and I don't recommend this, he just stopped taking his medication. And he's not 100%, but he's doing so great. He eats this way. He likes flavors. And now we're realizing he's really good at like spices and seasonings and tasting stuff, because he was never raised cooking in the kitchen. As a kid, his mom did all of that. And so although we still eat differently, there's still non-compliant food in my house, he's come a long way. And so that's what I'll say about him. And he also lost a bunch of weight. Now he has a really fast metabolism. He doesn't show it on the outside, but his organs and his blood work were showing it in the inside. So
I am so glad I asked that question, because here we have another incredible story. That is just fantastic, that he started from eating the fast food to now he's enjoying your food. And the best way, if not the only way, to make positive changes is to be a shining example. And you were a shining example. Just very lovingly and peacefully, not forcing it, just doing it for yourself. And the example of the healing that took place in your body was just shining for everywhere and everybody to see. That's an amazing story in itself, right there, what you just shared with us.
Yeah. Thank you so much. He was very if I would say, do this, or you get excited when you find something that works, right?
I know.
And you want to tell everyone, because why not? It's like winning the lottery. Oh my gosh. Right. And so what I realized was that he wasn't ready. He wasn't interested. And I know this, this might, for me, this would be very harsh for someone to hear, but for him, the way that I said this, it was perfect for his personality. And I just said to him, I can't care about what you're doing. And I don't mean that like I didn't care. I always cared. But for him to hear me, I'm just going to focus on my life, my quality of life. And you do whatever you want. And if you decide you want to join me, hey, I'm here to share. And that really resonated with him because he realized, oh, she's not going to push anything on me. And then on his own terms, he was like, can I try that? Well, yeah. Do you want to bowl? You know? And so we did that. And he's not 100%, but oh my gosh, has he come far. So it's really nice. Yeah. Thank you for allowing me to share about that.
So if we didn't live thousands of miles away from each other, I'm sure we would be hanging out and I'd be coming over there right now to go swimming. So before we finish up here, I don't know why, I'm just inspired to ask this question because it's so important for your overall health. And I actually incorporate this and ask this question when I work with people, when I counsel people. Jennifer, what is one thing that you do that brings a big smile to your face, that makes you super happy and that you love?
Wow. Well, one thing, oh my goodness. Well, I have 4 grandbabies.
Oh.
And I have 3 adult children. And what brings me the most joy is being able to interact with those grandbabies, not watch them play, but play with them.
Yes.
And I couldn't do that before. And now that I, just soak my body in the plants, in the grains, and in all the food that's real food, and I have my inflammation super low, lost almost 40 pounds without even trying, and got off all my medications, I can play with them. And so that's a gift right there for me, being able to interact and not just sit near them, which is what I had to do for a while. So
God, you're just blowing me away with your answers, Jennifer. That is like so wonderful because you healed yourself so that you didn't have to sit on the sidelines.
Yeah.
You could play with your grandchildren. And again, a shining example to so many other people, because, we live in this world and it's a toxic world, and we see and hear stories of beautiful people who do have to sit on the sidelines and they don't get to play with their children or their grandchildren. And you're a shining example to say, you don't have to, you can do something about it. And the other example is when you said to your husband in the most loving way possible, I need to heal my body. I love you and you can do whatever you want. That's love, saying, I love you, but I'm not going to control you. But you know what? In order for me to love you, I have to get healthy and I have to take care of my body. And so I'm going to do this. And that was loving yourself.
Yes.
Oh my God, we're having a love fest here, but that was loving yourself. I mean, people who are listening to this, the bundle is this incredible deal, and we really want you to take advantage of it. But for us who are in the bundle, these heartfelt connections and these conversations and meeting people like Jennifer, my heart is so open right now. This has been such an amazing conversation. I knew it would be when I connected with Jennifer, but this has gone beyond my expectations. And this is one of the best things about the bundle is all the people in the bundle. This is my 3rd year doing it. Everybody that I've met is so sweet, so nice, and they all have incredible stories to share. And their main mission, like my main mission, is to help people. Yeah. We're not forcing this on you. We're just showing you that it's not complicated, and we want to help you. We're reaching out to you saying we want to help you. And right now you have the opportunity to accept that help in a big way for only $49.
Yeah.
All right. So Jennifer, we're finishing up here. Last minute thoughts.
Yeah. So I just want to say, in addition to helping, I always like to say, bring awareness. So if people don't know, that's a whole nother thing. But so even if you get the bundle and somebody that might be interested, you might let them know and maybe bring awareness that this is even something that could be like something radical, like eating fruits and vegetables can change your life, because it can. And so let's say I'll share one last thing, and that is, as a kid, I never could do the monkey bars. Never could do, the monkey bars, those bars that people would swing, and I was never strong enough. And so last year I started going on the walk with the dog, and I pulled over to a park that we had, and I started to hold on to that bar with my feet on the steps, and slowly, until I could just hang there. And then eventually I did one bar, and over like 8 or 9 months, I can do the monkey bars now.
Absolutely crazy. You know what? I'm one of those kids that could never do them. And as an adult, I still can never do them. So that was just amazing what you shared. That after all the healing you've been through, you can do them. That's amazing.
Yeah. So, and the reason that I even share that is because you can do whatever you set your mind out to do. It's not going to maybe be perfect, but it's a place to start and be curious. And that's something you can do with the bundle. You can be curious about something you're not aware of, or that you never tried, or that you didn't even know exists. And you can get all of these opportunities, and it's not going to cost you, thousands of dollars. So thank you so much, Val. It's been so terrific to be here. And thank you, whoever is watching replay or live. I appreciate sharing with you guys. And I look forward to more of these connections as we go through the week of the rest of the bundle week.
Yeah. So Jennifer, I'm going to be on Jennifer's YouTube channel on Friday at 2:30 Eastern time. And we're going to switch the tables, and she's going to interview me, which is going to be really great.
Yeah, I can't wait. So tune in there too. Yes.
Absolutely. So, and also too, if you're watching this on YouTube or Facebook, which is where I stream, look at the description. In the description are actually links to Jennifer's YouTube channel, her Instagram, and so you can follow Jennifer. There's also the link to purchase the bundle. Now, remember, only until March 10th.
Right.
March 11th, you can't get it.
No,
okay. It's also right on the homepage of my website. You can go there. And so I think we are going to finish up here.
Yes.
This has been an amazing conversation. So wonderful. And I'll just one more time, Jennifer's tart onion sauce.
Yay,
and
thank
her
you.
Beautiful black bean mash recipes out of her cook. Out of her, it's a cookbook. Yeah, it's a cookbook. But at the beginning of it is her story. So, but yeah, it's a cookbook.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much. I'm so happy that you tried some of the recipes, and I look forward to connecting with you on Friday. And thank you. I'm so grateful.
And thank you, Jennifer. And for now, get in the kitchen and cook healthy.
Yes. Don't forget to eat your greens. And like I say,